Look at it.
It's huge on Facebook and stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because people don't get to see it like we do.
Well, that's I dig it. You know, I like seeing because you know you're sort of. It's funny how if.
Morning guys, we've got this function area set up and we've got a night function on tonight. We'll be open until 9:30, so if you're in the area, you're looking for something to do, come on down. So we don't normally open late. I'm just going to shoot through really fast so you can see what we've got here for those who haven't been before. It's our bar area. We'll go through toilets and plant cells down there, and then this is the nice outdoor courtyards with a view over the garden. So yeah, if you're in the area, come say hello.
Hello to everybody, all the cactophiles and other people. This is a Echinopsis that's flowering, a beautiful white one with a lovely fold back on the petals, a lovely fold back there as you can see, and it's not a real big flower, but around here is what I wanted to show you. And this is what can happen with the cereus when you see the amount of flowers out there, and if it was a really hot day today, the plant would probably wilt and break a few branches, but because we've had that bit of rain last night, it'll hold, and you can see just hundreds, maybe 1,000 flowers out of the. So you can imagine the bees would have been really busy here last night, but they've cleaned out all the fruit, all the pollen last night in the evening, so there's not many bees around here this morning. We'll just pan around and you can see there are quite a few other things flowering around about, including Validus over here. There is going to be an enormous show of Trichocereus spacianus tomorrow. There's going to be thousands of flowers out. Today we can just see the first one or two opening up. And there'll be lots of other types flowering. This is a Agave americana media picta with a bright yellow center. It looks beautiful at night as it does during the day. And here we have the Apuntia Burbank Blue spineless form. They look wonderful in pots and with the light shining them at night against a wall. Good morning, everybody. This is one of my hybrid Cactuși, and it's covered with flowers this morning. As you can see, they're very large flowers. Oh my goodness, what great big spines you have. And this is a Trichocereus hybrid of cactus countries. And you can notice here that these spines must be very sharp because they can actually, can't get it into focus, but that is a bee that's been impaled. And there's another one in there. Oh my goodness, what great big spines you have. And this is a Trichocereus hybrid of cactus countries. And you can notice here that these spines must be very sharp because they can actually, can't get it into focus, but that is a bee that's been impaled. And there's another one in there. Right time, right place. Today is a serious flowering day. This is one of our big old plants that's just spread itself all over the place. And as you can see in here, it grows monstrous pieces. Good morning. This is an Cereus. and it's a ground creeper. You can see the flowers around here on the ground. This is one of our patches of Trichocereus Pacanoi, or commonly known as San Pedro cactus, flowering tonight. I'm just going to walk around it so you can see how many flowers there are. Look at those great big long spines. These are some of the most beautiful flowers. They remind me of proteas from South Africa. This one's nearly finished flowering, last flower. Last flower.
Hey guys, we've just been potting up a few new plants for you. Check these guys out.
Hi guys, this is Jim's Freak 1. So it's about 1.5 meters tall, and you can see that it has pups. So it's an Echinopsis cross, has a slightly pink back petals, and then up here is another one that's a sister or a brother to that. That's Jim's Freak 2, and it is a bit different. Doesn't pup, but flowers prolifically with a much whiter flower. And you can see the buds that are still to come, and the way it flowers right down the stem. Good morning everybody. This is what today has brought, is hundreds, maybe even thousands of flowers. We'll just rush over here, turn you round. Look at that. This is what you wait for every single year. And this is one of the new hybrids. It's got a super large flower.
As bad as the weather is today, we've still got this beautiful Shet pink flower out. Look at how amazing it is.
morning everybody, and wow, still at this time of the year to have a plant. So this is a San Pedro plant, or Trichocereus pachanoi, and you can see that on these several branches just in here facing to the south that there's a lot of flowers. So all the buds on the other side have flowered, but the stems on this side of the plant are now flowering facing more or less to the south.
I think it's amazing just to see the resilience of the cacti sometimes. So here's an arm that's, you know, grown out, fallen down because it was probably dehydrated. So it's basically hit the ground here and put roots into the ground, and then off it goes again. Just incredible. And the same over here during that huge tornado that we had last year. So this plant would have had, you know, nearly half of the plant would have just fallen off the side there. And they're just popping up everywhere now. So just check that out. It's incredible. You can't kill them.
Hey Cotty,
Hey!
I'm introducing you to everybody in the films because probably somebody's heard me say, hey Cotty, and it's Cotty.
Hi guys!
Okay, we'll go around this big San Pedro plant here, and I'll try and keep it steady so it doesn't jump. I just want you to see this from all angles, because wherever you look, there's lots of white flowers. And in here is just a wall
Going nuts today.
of flowers. So guys, we had a wedding here yesterday afternoon, and I just thought we'd do a little experimental video where we walk through where the wedding took place and see a few lovely flowers. These are the decorations on the arbor. And then up the carpet to where the chairs and the table was. And then what a beautiful background here. All these beautiful flowers. It was just the perfect afternoon. The weather was perfect. The flowers and the garden. And as I come down here, you can see in the background there's lots of flowers and lots of flowers to come. Good morning everybody. I'm out here early this morning because it's going to be so hot today, and just came out to do some pollinating, and this is what I was greeted by. It's a bit of a surprise. All the Trichocereus are flowering, and the first of the cereus are flowering. So it's a sea of white. The first flowers there on that one, and then the great big tall one over there's got flowers on. And then if we come back round here, and then I'll slow down and zoom out, and you can see as I walk along here all these white flowers, and this is right through the garden where we've got Trichocereus. It's just after 6:30. It's a pity it's going to be so hot today. These flowers won't last 2 or 3 days, I don't think. And then along here, swing around here. Look at that. The sun coming up back there.
Check out these baby zebra finches. They're so cool. So this is where they learn how to fly, up on the cacti where predators can't get them. And then once they're strong enough to fly longer distances, they'll head out. So cool. Quick walk through the garden with Jim today. It's going to show us a few flowers and what's happening at the moment.
So hi everybody, this is an agave obviously. You can always tell an agave because it has a really rigid tip on the end of the leaf and the leaves don't ever die off. And a lot of people confuse agaves with aloes. And the aloes, the bottom leaves always die off. And they don't have this really rigid, very stiff spine on the end. A feature of this one is the beautiful curled, comes around here, these beautiful curled spikes that go in two directions for some reason. And the beautiful wavy pattern that you get on the new ones when they come out. And this plant is really quite unique because it started to send up its spike to flower, and it has this lovely pinky purple colour, which is just planted. So this will grow about maybe 4 meters, 5 meters high, and then it'll flower, and then this section will die, and hopefully it will shoot some pups. Ah, yes, there we go. We can see some pups, a few pups coming around the bottom there. And if left in the wild, they will just come up and flower, and that's why you get great big clumps. Morning everyone. I'm out in the orange trail this morning, and you can see the first two flowers on this Trichocereus hybrid, or a Sorentia, but it's out of a Trichocereus Tashekii, and you can see all the buds that are about to come, probably in about later this week coming, around Wednesday to the weekend, and there'll be various flowerings because you can see first two flowers and then the buds that will be next, and then the little tiny buds on the back end will be, you know, a week, 2 weeks away. So that's what happens out here. Good morning everybody. So today's a really great day. This is what I grow cacti for. So you can see up here what we call Leicester 1 flowering, and lots of flowers out on it. And as we go along here, up the back there, you've got J5, which is a Cactus Country hybrid, a very good grower. Then we've got a lovely big cereus with lots of buds on it. Here we've got J1 with the flower on this side. So this is a young regrowth plant here. J1. And then up here we've got Super Pedro, a small younger plant than the other ones on the other side. And then the curly one up in the background up there, the weird one, that's J2. And then down here is San Pedro. Over the back you can see another Super Pedro, and then some more San Pedro here. Lovely and thick, really growing well now. And then a ground sort of growing tricho, and then here the last one is Cactus Country Burgessii, which usually has 2 spines on it. Hello everybody, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that, and I'm just walking through the garden. I've done a live video over on Instagram that's now up on our story, and I'm just coming back towards having a coffee, and I see all these other ones in here, so I thought I'll put this one up on Facebook so our Facebook followers can see how they look over there in a different section of the garden. So if we just get to the right position here, there's a few big clumps down in there, and if anybody gets a chance to get out here today to see these before the heat and that closes them all, because it's a one day, it really is a one-day wonder, and only the other ones like these here will come out tonight for tomorrow and other days, but it'll be about 3 days. But this will be the best one. The bees are hard at work making cactus honey. It's early morning and the espetoas are flowering still from the night, and I think that video does so much more. It enables you to have a really good look at the flower all around and how it attaches to the plant and its position. Good morning guys. This is absolutely the best flowering day we've ever had. I feel blessed that I'm able to walk around my garden this morning. Look at this mass here. It's just a huge, like 3 meters across by 3 meters of flowers. And then there's red. And then there's even plants here on the ground that are flowering yellow. And then there's this huge mass of yellow here. Whites. And it just goes on. And look at that plant there, the flowers are enormous. I'm not going to go into individual plants because there are just so many. And they just go on and on and on. This would be the best flowering day we've ever had.
Well guys, today's another one of those special days. For anyone who has the opportunity to come today, there are a lot of flowers. It's definitely not the peak yet, so don't worry, there's more to come. But there are so many beautiful flowers out today. It's gorgeous. Check out this red over here. I mean, look at this. This is going to be a flood of colour soon. That'll be completely white. So just a quick little run through. It's just starting to get going.
It's early morning today and there are thousands of flowers out. The colours are quite astounding and they are just absolutely beautiful. And this is only one small section of the garden. Tell me. Yep. Morning, guys. So today, all our bigger bunches of flowers have started on the plants rather than one just randomly here and there. And this is why I love cacti. This is the most exciting time of the year, the next 2 months, when you get big bursts of flowers and then you've got a lot of other little things flowering in between that are flowering all the time, like your cleistocactus. So these are what we call lobevias, but they're now been classified as echinopsis. But these are the low growing ones with masses of flowers when they flower. And you can still see down in here that there's lots of buds to come for future flowerings. And then we'll have a bit of a walk through and show you a few other different ones that are flowering, and I'll tell you what they're about. So these plants are hybrids from a friend of mine called Joylene, and they've got really nice tones in them compared to the normal Brucei, Trichocereus brucei or Sorentia brucei, which has just a small red flower. And this one's got a lovely apricot-y colour. And then this one's probably a salmon. And then we move over into our hybrids over here, which are starting to get the size into them. So this one's on very hard ground here, so it hasn't grown as much as the other ones I'll show you, but you get these beautiful heads of full flowers. And then over here now, all these ones you're looking at now are crosses with Cactuși, which are the ones over here. John comes around with the poles on it. And they take about 30 years to flower, and they crossed over Sorentias and lobevias or whatever, but that was the mother. And so you can see here the flowers on this are quite large compared to the ones we were just looking at. Like my hand, these are over 4 inches or 100 mil wide. And the beauty of it is you get great big amounts of flowers on them, not one or two. And if I stand next to one of these, and John gets at using me as a scale, you can see this one's laid down, and it's a very big plant, and there's going to be lots of flowers, and next year it'll be a mass. You can see this one here is fallen over because they have a very soft woody centre, and it enables them to lie on the ground and then shoot up in bunches. Behind us here, we've got an interesting hybrid. It has a white flower, which is more like your Trichocereus that have the white flowers that are really tall, and it's a cross in between. So we've got the flower, but we've got the Sorentia stronger type body, and this one seems to be a bit more woody and stronger, and it's going to stand up better. And then over the back here, we've got one I call Goldilocks. Now this is Goldilocks, and you can see out of all our yellow hybrids, this one's got the biggest flower. This is nearly 150, not quite, but maybe from here to there, it's about 150. And it's got a very nice gold colour to it. And we'll go up here, if John can do some landscape and just show you as we walk up here. one is a old hybrid from in the 90s, early 90s, and it's one we call Ice. And you can see how big this plant is now if I stand behind, and it just keeps growing bigger and bigger. And this one here, as I said, is the one we call Mama Pasa, which is not this one. This one has only flowered last year for the first time, and hopefully we'll get some more flowers, but it's nearly 40 years old now. And then we'll go up here, John, along the track, and we'll show them the red hybrids here behind you. So this is a Serentia hybrid of ours, and you can see how big the clump is compared to the ones that we saw earlier of Joylene's at a very young age. Joylene's may grow to be that big, and see how we've got that here in the spikes, we've got more Pasacana looking spikes and a big fat body on it. And then down here, we've got a bigger flowered plant here, which is more like a Libibia, but you can see how thick the stems are. So this will get up quite high and make nice big clumps with these beautiful red flowers with a much paler throat on them. And then just to finish off, one of our white hybrids that flowers right at the start of the season, and it is just prolific flower. The next flowering on this whole thing will be white. And when that happens, we'll bring you that in the same format and show you. So get here now. Good morning, everybody. This is our display today, and there's a lot of Echinopsises out, and I'm walking along the top of the bank so that you can see them from overhead. The best view. There are lots of them, and there's a couple of hybrids here in the center flowering. And you can see that it just winds on and around, and everywhere there's colour. Beautiful blue sky day.
Morning guys, just wanted to show you what we have here today. So this is all part of our $10 plant sale. So all these little babies, some potted stuff which I don't normally bring down, but for plant sale today. And some of these are from our $12 section, but we've put them down to $10 today. So there's some cuttings up here, all 10. And then lots of little cuttings here. That top right one is rat's tail, so it will grow out of the pot as well. So you can see that one there. So quite a good range here today. These are a personal favourite. These would normally be $15, $10 today. The same with these. So just first in best dress for the bigger stuff. These would normally be $20, $10 today. Same with these. A few of these Myrtillos have arms on them. Just clearing out some old stock as well, so get in while you can. And then over here we've got Bettini's little $10 plant sale. So this is all stuff from Leaf and Bear.
Yeah. So we've just got some of this.
Huge range in here. She always does a great job.
I should be able to plan one of them.
And as you can hear, there's already a few people here, so Make sure you get in fast.
Windows,
Hi everybody, this is a little video just to show you what's going to be out tomorrow, and this is happening all over the garden. So there'll be lots of Lobivias, Trichocereus of all sorts of different colours out tomorrow. So anybody who's been waiting and wanting to take photographs, now is the time to be here tomorrow. Hi everybody, this is a little video just to show you what's going to be out tomorrow, and this is happening all over the garden. So there'll be lots of Lobivias, Trichocereus of all sorts of different colours out tomorrow. So anybody who's been waiting and wanting to take photographs, now is the time to be here tomorrow. Every day now there's different things flowering, different things with buds on that will soon open. So every day there's different flowers. You can see the yellows over there. A big white plant up there that's going to have lots and lots of flowers tomorrow. Every day now there's different things flowering, different things with buds on that will soon open. So every day there's different flowers. You can see the yellows over there. A big white plant up there that's going to have lots and lots of flowers tomorrow.